Hello, readers. Today, I'm going to introduce you to social issues. This will be our new reading unit. The first session we have is the lenses through which readers view text. So what exactly are social issues? Well, they are not the issues that are personal, like self-esteem, but what they are issues that impact large groups of people. So that could be, your household, family, the classroom, our school, neighborhood, state, the world. You get the idea. Big groups of people. Not myself, a big group. So let's think back throughout the school year. You should be familiar with some of these stories, if not all of them. And if you are not familiar with Fly Away Home, at the end of this, I have a link to our social issues Padlet, and you'll be able to watch someone read that to you. It's not me. We've all read Home of the Brave, and I think in 4th grade and 5th grade, you've had multiple opportunities to read The Marble Champ, but again, I posted that on the Padlet for you. So if you are familiar with Fly Away Home, one of the themes you may have recognized is hope. Now, if we think in the lens of a social issue, we might say the theme is homelessness. Let's look at Home of the Brave. Overall, we might have thought that this was about immigration, but if we look through the lens of a social issue, we might notice discrimination. The Marble Champ, wanting to win, or through the lens of social issues, we might notice that we're testing the limits and moving beyond one's comfort zone. So today I want to teach you that critical readers, move my head out of there, choose the lenses through which they view text and life. When you decide to read critically, you put on lenses that allow you to see social issues that thread through the books. So reading for social issues can help you better understand and empathize with people in books, movies, and our world. Consider multiple ideas while you're reading. So there might be one or two main issues and a few smaller ones, but no book is about only one issue. And great, strong, powerful readers know that issues travel in packs like wolves. So to get us started, I created a social issues anchor chart with some common social issues that we might notice in our own writing and in the books that we read. And as we come across more social issues in the books or in the texts that we're reading, I will add them to this chart, which is also on Padlet. As you are reading, you're going to start to notice that you're making connections to your own life and your own experiences. These are things that you are going to want to write about. And some prompts that you may want to use, you don't have to, are social issues, or the social issue I'm seeing here is, this connects to blah, blah, blah in the news, or I've also seen this situation in life when. Now, these are just prompts that you might want to use if you're like, I don't know what to write about. I'm not making connections. This might help you. And if you're like me, if you're really working on raising the level of your writing about reading, you might want to compare your writing about reading to this rubric that I've included on this slide. And you might want to think about the areas that you need to improve on and set a goal. So I started reading in the 4th grade and hoped that I am doing most or all of these things. And I felt pretty good that, yep, I can handle all this. I'm definitely in 4th grade. Phew, it's the end of 5th grade. I should be working on somewhere in here. Or maybe I'm starting to go into the 6th grade if I really want to raise the level. So as I was reading through the description here for determining themes in a 5th grade level, I noticed right here that in the past, this is not something that I'm very good at, or I just feel like this is my weakness. I need to really work on paying attention to several significant parts of the story and what do they seem to mean. So I went ahead and I wrote myself a sticky note with that goal on there, and I've stuck it in my notebook. And this is something that I can carry through each page as I'm working on my writing about reading. And if you don't have sticky notes, it's okay. You can tape it into your notebook. Just be careful that you're not taping it over your words and gonna rip your words. So let's take a look at my reader's notebook since I'm talking about it. Throughout this unit, I will be reading aloud to you and recording it. It is Blubber by Judy Blume. And as you'll notice, there is this little icon that says, yep, that's on Padlet. So you can go there and you can listen and follow along as I read Blubber to you. Now, don't worry, what I wrote today is not going to be a spoiler alert for you. And I'm not going to read this to you. It's on Padlet. You can read it on your own. But take a look at what I did. I have my date and the labels. I only read chapter 1. And so I paid attention to what issues am I actually noticing while I was reading that chapter. And these are the ones I noticed. And then I thought about the connections that I made when I was reading. And I put a star next to peer pressure because I made a huge connection right to that one. And then I wrote about it on these 2 pages. Again, my writing stamina is not as good as yours. I should have a larger volume of writing. I hope you do. And as you can see, that sticky note that I created from the previous slide is on my notebook page. And that is what I will move page to page until I feel like I have achieved that goal. Okay, it's your turn. What are you going to do for a workshop today? By the way, how long is workshop at school? 60 minutes. So again, please spend about 60 minutes or more if you want, you don't have to, on your work today. So what I'm inviting you to do is to read chapter 1 and 2 out of the book Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. This will be your read aloud for this social issues unit. As you're reading, do like I did. Think about the issues that you're noticing and jot them down in your notebook. If you want to use sticky notes, cool beans, go ahead and do that. Think about, or you might want to think about the connections that you are making and write about those. Or maybe you ask yourself, what does the story teach about peer pressure? Insert whatever social issue you notice in here, and then write about that. Don't forget to post your work that you do today on Seesaw. Here is your online resources. If you like the link, you can click the link here, or you can scan the QR code and bookmark our Padlet for our social issues reading unit. Happy reading.